Hello, guys. It's Siobhan Key, and I am here live with you. I am doing this live from a hotel room. I'm in Austin, Texas, right now, just having finished a 2 day life coaching conference, which has me all fired up with all sorts of ideas that I wanted to record alive for you. I wanted to share with you how to go for your dreams because honestly, this is huge. And I think this is huge for so many reasons, but a big reason why this is an important topic and why I wanted to talk to you about it today is we as women and as women physicians don't give ourselves permission to dream about what might be possible for us. And a lot of the content that we've talked about during this coaching conference has been about how our doubts hold us back, how sometimes we perceive that it's other things in our way, but ultimately it's ourselves doubting ourselves that holds us back. Now, you have dreams. You may even have dreams that you haven't given yourself permission to think about. Maybe some of those dreams are weight related. Maybe you really wish you could lose a certain amount of weight. Maybe some of those dreams are not weight related. What I'm going to talk about today is going to help you with any of it. Doesn't matter what. And the core thing that I want to share with you is that you are worthy of those dreams. You can go after those dreams, no matter what they are, as long as they matter to you. And I think that might be a really important point before we get going is if you have a weight loss goal, so often we set these goals for ourselves for our weight because of what we think other people will think if we lose that weight, or how we think we will be perceived if we lose that weight. What I'm talking about today, when I'm talking about dreams, is I want you to really get in line with why you want it for yourself. Because honestly, everything we're talking about, if you're doing it for somebody else, and if you think that somebody else's approval of your size, your shape, how you look, what your eating is what will make you happy, there's a really big gap because other people's thoughts about us, other people's approval or disapproval of us, doesn't actually change how we feel. When somebody else says something, or we have a thought about it, and it's our thought that gives us the feeling. This came up just in one of my coaching groups inside one of the Facebook groups, where one of the members was saying, um, she's wishing that more people commented on the change in her body because she feels she would feel better. And that's super common that we've been trained to think that. And yet the reality is what makes us feel better is not the comment that somebody else makes, because I work with a lot of people working on weight and body and eating stuff. And I've been through it myself. And I can tell you sometimes the comment, which can be the same words, can feel good and it can make it feel like it's made your day better. And sometimes the same words on a different day might feel not comfortable, might not feel good. It's very common for people when they've lost weight and people start commenting on it, that it feels uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good when people are saying positive comments about the weight loss. It's common, and the difference is what we think about it. So I'm bringing that up because what I want you to think about in this is, what do you really want for yourself and why do you want it? And we are allowed to want to lose weight for ourselves. Again, sometimes we get messaging that we shouldn't want that if we really love ourselves. That's not true. We can absolutely love ourselves exactly how we are and yet still want to change, still want to better ourselves. And I'm not saying that weight loss betters you, but I'm saying that the process of addressing the underlying habits that might be contributing to your weight, that can better you. And I say that with a lot of personal experience in my own life. The process I walked through that ultimately helped me figure out how to stop going to the drive-through, how to be really satisfied and really enjoy the healthy food I'm eating, that process created a better version of me because I had to address so many things that I wasn't addressing when I was just eating. So it's not that we set weight goals to make ourselves better because the scale number makes us better, not at all. But the growth that needs to happen in order to maintain your weight long term, to manage your weight long term, to do the work where you can eat healthy and feel good about it and not be bothered by the junk food somebody beside you is eating, all of that stuff that I teach inside my programs, that work makes you better. That growth makes you better. And then as you do that growth, other dreams become possible. So if your dream is a weight loss goal, I want you to just really come in line with why do you want it? And it's okay to want it. That's totally fine. But come up with a reason that resonates with you as an individual that makes you feel good, even where you are now. So feel good now and feel good there too. It doesn't have to be that we wait to feel good until we hit a weight loss goal. So, what are my tips? If we want our dreams because we deserve them, how do you do it? Number one is we have to stop holding ourselves back because of doubt. This is super, super common, especially in weight, but it's showing up in other areas of your life. I guarantee it. It's showing up in my life still. I've done a lot of work on this, and yet it still shows up, and it's still something that I'm working on. And going through this conference over the last couple of days, I'm like, there it is. There's some more areas of it, and nothing's going wrong. It just means there's some more areas for me to work on, which is totally fine. So I guarantee there are doubts that are holding you back from your dreams, whether that's your weight loss goals and dreams, whether it's dreams about what it could be like to have a different relationship with food, or if it's dreams about something totally different. It's that voice where you're like, yeah, I want that. And you feel that pull inside of you. And yet you're like, you feel yourself kind of pulling back from it. I want it, but that's the doubt. I think I could do it, but that's the doubt. And that doubt keeps you from reaching your dreams. And like I said, when we reach one dream, it opens up to other dreams. And because of the growth we need to do to reach a dream, weight related or not, is so significant that it then opens up possibilities of other dreams. So when you hold yourself back because you doubt, because we've been programmed to doubt, especially when it comes to weight stuff. We've been programmed to tell ourselves it's going to be hard, to tell ourselves that we might not be able to do it, to tell ourselves that if we don't do it, we've somehow failed. If we don't do it in a certain timeline, we've somehow failed. We've been programmed. But all of that doubt holds you back from this dream, this goal, but also a whole lot of other ones you don't even know to dream about yet, because they're down the road with your future self of what's going to be possible for you. And this shows up in a lot of ways. If you've been following me for a while and you've been hearing me talk about my coaching program, this might be showing up in that you're like, oh, that sounds good, but I'm not sure if I should. But maybe I should have done this on my own. And so I'm not going to sign up and get extra help. And I can tell you right here is that doesn't make sense. If you really believed in your dreams and you really want them, then go after them, go all in. And what that means is getting the best level of support to support you in your dreams. It does not mean going after your dreams all in, does not mean you do it on your own. Not at all. It means you commit to them no matter what it takes. And often what it takes is getting expert support, hiring a coach. If an Olympian wants to win the Olympics, they don't tell themselves they should be able to do it on their own. That's their dream. And so then they hire a team or they get connected with a team to help them get there. Same thing with any goal that you're working on. And definitely when it comes to weight loss, having somebody beside you on your side, helping you find these doubts and peel them away, find all the stuff that might be holding you back so that you keep going, you keep reaching those goals. You keep going for that dream, even when the days feel tough, because there will be tough days. That's the power of having a coach. So notice if you've had doubts that are holding you back in that way. Number two is believing in what is possible. Now, like I said, doubt is common. Doubt happens a lot when it comes to weight loss, and it can cloud your view of what might be possible. It may feel safer to tell yourself, oh, I won't stretch so far. I won't. And I hear this a lot in the physicians that I coach. I worry about setting too big of a goal because I might get disappointed. Now, if you've been listening to this whole live, what you'll remember is It's our thoughts that create our feelings. You can set giant goals and decide to not be disappointed because disappointment is a feeling that comes from how you're thinking about the situation that you're in. So, if we believe in what's possible, we let ourselves dream about what's possible without that edit of maybe I have to hold myself back so I don't get disappointed, then it opens up a whole world. It lets you start to live into the version of yourself that reaches that goal. So, the version of me that's lost 55 pounds and has been maintaining it for a lot of years now is a different version of me than the version of me that was sitting, you know, back on the couch feeling really frustrated about the fact I couldn't stop eating or not knowing what to do next, how to do it. The journey that I went on to lose that weight, and it was not a straightforward journey, guys. It was like it had some big ups and downs and turns and twists and stalls. But the journey I went on changed me and how I live pretty much every moment of my life. And it's helped impact every area of my life. So we think, and I get this sometimes too when I'm talking to people and getting help with our weight is somehow more trivial than getting help with other areas of our life. And I don't believe that at all. I think it's the opposite. Getting help with whatever matters to you helps every other area of your life. So when you invest in figuring this weight thing out, so it's not always sitting on your to do list, and you invest in being able to see the possibility of what's out there for you, it has ripple effects in every other area of your life. It's not selfish. It improves the life of your kids because they have a mom who's more relaxed and less burnt out. It improves the life of your partner because they have a partner who is more connected and less stressed out and able to be more present. It improves the lives of your patients because they have a physician who's able to be more present in the room and is enjoying their job more. Doesn't matter why you start, the end result is the same when you're using a coaching approach, is that you reach your goals and everything else gets better. And my programs are focused on if you kind of know what you want to eat and you just can't get yourself to do that consistently, that is my wheelhouse. I can 100% help you with that. I can change your life with that. But along the way, we're going to make everything else better. And that's why believing in what's possible is so important. To believe that it could be possible, that maybe you sign up for weight loss and you get so many benefits from it that years down the road, you're thinking about how much this changed your life, which is totally possible using this coaching approach. And as your coach, whether you're in my program or you're listening to the podcast, which is Weight Solutions for Physicians, if you haven't checked it out yet, or you're watching these lives that I do on Facebook, I promise to argue for your dreams, to fight for them, even when you can't see that they're possible. I believe they're possible. And if you're struggling in believing they're possible, then borrow my belief. Here, it's for you to take. Borrow it, apply it to your life. When you can't believe it, think of how I believe that you can do anything you want to. You can reach any goal you want to. It is all possible. I spent a lot of years telling myself it wasn't possible. And it was only when I started to let go of that that I actually made real traction and really started to figure out my eating issues and started to build that confidence that I could lose weight and not always stress about it coming back. So the third thing is stop believing in your limitations. We give so much airtime into why we can't do things, and weight is like like it shows up a lot in the weight loss journey where we give a lot of thinking time about why we can't reach our goals, why we can't do this, how it's going to be difficult. And the result of that for you is that it is difficult and you can't do it. Our thoughts create our results. How we think about a situation is what creates what happens in our life. So if we're believing our limitations define us and they define what we're able to accomplish. And so I encourage you to stop believing your limitations. When your mind wants to tell you why you can't do something, shift it to a more useful thought, such as, how can I figure this out? Or I will figure this out. Or what else could be possible? Limitations are statements that sound like fact, but they are just simply thoughts. They are not fact. But if you believe them, they create the results in your life. The art is stop believing them. Start asking better questions when you notice a limitation. Okay, so what we talked about is stop letting your doubts hold you back, or stop playing small and work on moving forward without holding yourself back at the same time. Number 2 is believing in what's possible, and when you can't believe that a goal is possible, borrow my belief for you, because I believe it is possible for you, and I believe you deserve whatever dreams you have. And number 3, stop believing your limitations. All right, comment below. Let me know how you're going to apply this in your day to day. How are you going to apply it this week? And make sure you've signed up for my new masterclass, which is called How to Lose Weight as a Time Crunched Physician. So if you've always felt like you're too busy to lose weight, if that's been a limitation for you, I don't have the time to focus on this. I start to focus on it and then I get really busy. If that's one of your limitations, this class is for you. So I'll post the link in the comments for you to register. Make sure you register. And then also, the doors to Stress Eating SOS are opening April 14th. So next week, they're opening up and you will be able to join the coaching program and it will change your life. It will teach you how to have peace around food. It will give you all the skills you need to reach your weight loss goals. Plus, as I was talking about in this, it's going to make every other aspect of your life better in ways you can't even imagine. If you are a physician and you're listening to this live, this is the program for you. Come join us. Get your name on the wait list. I'll post that in the comments as well. And watch, if you're on my email list, watch for emails starting on April 14th, because that's when the doors open. And come join us, even if you have doubts. Like I said, the doubts are normal, but they're holding you back from what you really want in your life. And they're holding you back from parts of your life that you can't even imagine how good they could get. Okay, have a fantastic day, guys. Thanks for listening.